After turning 41 this week and finishing a 3-month cut, I achieved one of my dream physiques of all time. That is Jason Statham in Death Race back in 2008. By the way, that is the one with the iconic scene where Jason is doing pull-ups behind the neck in a prison cell. Still, I don't just care about looking good without a shirt. I also care about having a body that allows me to have fun, for example, on hiking trips, while guys my age or younger next to me are suffering, or knocking out 15 pull-ups for fun at the monkey bars and being the undisputed winner in the my dad can beat up your dad without actually having to fight, or sprinting up a hill like I did in my 20s just because I freaking can. In other words, I care about having a body that is as capable as it looks, which is also what Mr. Statham's training philosophy is all about. So if that's something you're also looking for, here's how I did it. By the way, just before we jump into the video, I recently released a free beginner's guide with everything I did to get started on my fitness journey, and you can find a link of that in the top comment below. Number 1 is focusing on getting consistently stronger at 6 high-impact exercises that train the whole body. These are, number 1, the king of all pulling exercises, pull-ups. Not only do these build an impressive back and pair of arms, but especially once you can do 20 of them with perfect form, they are a guarantee that you are a pound-for-pound strong badass, at least in the upper body department. That said, if you can't do these bodyweight yet, start by mixing leg-assisted with negative and band-assisted pull-ups first. Number 2 are chest dips, aka the squats of the upper body, which build your front side, focusing on your chest and triceps. For these, I recommend building your way up to at least 20 strict reps with 25% of your body weight, or starting with a mix of push-ups and dip regressions if you can't do them regular yet. If I had to pick only one muscle group that exudes confidence, it would definitely be the shoulders. That said, nothing builds a rugged pair of shoulders better than handstand push-ups. Being able to do 12 of these, clean, nose to floor, is a must, but keep in mind that these take quite some time to develop, so pace yourself and make sure that you first build a foundation with dumbbell overhead presses mixed with deficit pike push-ups. Being able to pick heavy things off the floor could be by itself a definition of strength. This is a skill you need until the day you die if you want to live with dignity, and my favorite choice here are Romanian deadlifts. For these, I recommend you get up to a set of 10 with at least 100 kilos. I mean, if I could do these with one leg, then I don't know what is your excuse. One thing is for sure, and that is that you can't feel strong walking around with a pair of chicken legs. Here, there are multiple choices you can pick from, and having a prosthetic leg changes things a little bit for me. So my favorite choices are the deficit Bulgarian toe squat mixed with heavy wall sits. Still, what I recommend to most of my trainees is something like a heel elevated toe squat mixed with dumbbell reverse lunges. Lastly, if there's one ability you can't be missing if you want to feel as capable as an action hero, that is definitely the ability to sprint. The problem with flat sprints though is that they can be quite high injury for most men over 30. Training uphill though solves this problem by minimizing the distance your foot has to fall through before hitting the ground. Not to mention how the hill does a way better job when it comes to, again, building those strong, athletic legs way up from your glutes and all the way down to your hamstrings and calves.
I will look for you and I will kill you.
Depending on your lagging body parts, adding 1 to 3 accessory lifts is the next piece of the puzzle. Which one you pick will depend on your physique and a little bit your personal preferences, but the most common ones for most men tend to be arms, abs, and chest. A lot of guys will look decent just by hammering the 6 core exercises I mentioned in step 1, but if you find yourself developing a more spider physique, meaning your torso looks decent but you still have noodle arms, you need to add some isolation. My favorite exercises of choice here are concentration curls, since these give your elbows a chance to rest, while laser focusing on the more neglected long bicep head, that is the outer part, that gives you that more peak kind of look. Meanwhile, you also want to switch your pull-ups for chin-ups, or at least mix both of these. Lastly, since triceps cover more than half of your arms, you want to start with an overhead extension that focuses more on the long head / outer part of your triceps, which is again the one that is most neglected by your core lifts. My chest looks relatively decent if I only do dips or if I only do heavy push-ups, but if I really want them to pop, doing both of these is key. That said, if you've done these and you've trained really hard at them and you've added plenty of weight, but you still have a pancake flat chest, adding some supplementary work with grips and gymnastic rings, forcing your chest to fully stretch at the bottom and reach peak contraction at the top will help you change things. Once again, some guys will get decent abs just by hammering those 6 core exercises, and to be honest, I am one of them. But if that isn't you and you don't want to starve yourself to death for your abs to only vaguely appear, you simply need to pick 2 exercises and hit them really hard. Specifically, you want one for your upper abs, my favorite option here being ring rollouts, and one for your lower abs, my favorite option here being leg raises on a dip station. This is the last but equally important part of the puzzle. Having your own space to train makes all of this process as frictionless as possible. This way, you can keep on training no matter what curveball life throws at you, even if you have a full-time job, or you're running your own business, or you have a family to take care of, or all of these together. Not to mention how as you grow older, this slowly turns into your own sanctuary, a place to train your body and clear your head so you can walk back into the world with superhero confidence. Now, this doesn't have to be fancy, a corner of your garage, a basement, any spare room. It can even be your home office combined with your living room in the early, peaceful hours like I do. Because when you have your own space, there's no commute, no waiting for equipment, no wasting time making small talk, and no decision fatigue about which machine to use next. Not to mention how when you know exactly what to do and your space is set up with the right equipment, ready to go, all you need to do is walk in there and get it done. That said, although there are different ways to set up your own training bat cave, what I find essential for mine are the following 4 pieces of equipment. Number 1, a pull-up station. Number 2, a dip station. Number 3, a set of gymnastic rings. And number 4, a pair of dumbbells that are just weight lightning fast. All this will still cost you less than what you'd pay at the gym after 2 years anyway. Plus, unlike any gym membership, you own them for life. By the way, if you want my top recommendations on the piece of equipment recommended above, you can always have a look in the description below. This is where you can also get a small discount by using my affiliate link, and thus also at the same time supporting this channel. That was all for today. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below. And until next time, keep on training.